destination of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
On this Memorial Day, we pay homage to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for the liberties that we enjoy today. Flag, family, friends, and freedom. Celebrate now with America's pastime as we honor America's heroes.
It is Memorial Day, and while some will look at this weekend as the unofficial start of summer, most will sit back and think about those that lost their lives in defense of our great nation. It is Memorial Day. We hope you're enjoying this weekend, and the Angels will welcome in the Atlanta Braves to kick off this homestand. We're inside our broadcast booth and hope you're enjoying this holiday weekend. He's Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. Now, the Angels, of course, had some tough news earlier today. Yesterday, we learned that Mike Trout had to be taken out of the game due to a thumb sprain. Today, we learned it's more of a tear of the UCL in the thumb. We still don't know how much time he's going to miss, but I know one thing. It's a tough blow for this team.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about his numbers and what he's put up already this season, historic-type numbers for the reigning MVP of the American League. You knew yesterday when you saw that slide in there for Mike Trout, you really never see him ever see expression on his face, and you knew he was in a lot of discomfort right away when he slid in there jamming that thumb against the base, and you can see his face. But you also know right now with Mike Trout, he's young enough, he'll be able to heal as quick as possible. Hopefully it'll be a situation 3 to 5 weeks, something like that, and get him back in that lineup.
Well, the Halos are coming off a 4-6 road trip, and they've struggled out on the road. At home, they've played much better, and they're looking to turn their fortunes with the Braves in town.
That's the one positive back at home. 15-8 mark at home, and this 11-19 on the road. But you look at the differential in the runs per game at home. Nearly a run and a half more at home as compared on the road. Another number that jumps out. What they have done with runners in scoring position at the Big A, 278 as compared to 194 on the road.
Well, Mike Trout on the disabled list for the first time in his career. He is in the dugout. The Angels will try to support Ricky Nolasco. He'll be opposed by Julio Teheran. We're just about ready for baseball here on Memorial Day. Sit back and relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. California Land Rover retailers. By USAA, join USAA in honoring our fallen heroes. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. Welcome back out to the Big A, the opening game of a 7-game homestand, 3 against the Atlanta Braves, then 4 against the Minnesota Twins. It is a beautiful night for baseball here on this Memorial Day. You see Ricky Nolasco getting his warm-up pitches on. The Atlanta Braves come into this ball game, their 49th, with a 21-27 record, tied for second in the National League East, 8.5 games back. And there's the lineup as presented by their manager, Brian Snitker, in his first full season. He was the interim skipper last year, led him to a 59-65 record. And it looks like this, and the one guy really that stands out for this lineup, Gooby, especially without Freddie Freeman, who's going to be out with the fracture on his left wrist. Matt Kemp is having a fantastic season.
He really has, Victor. And I think when you look at his swing and his approach this season, he's not trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark. He still has that type of power, but 8 home runs, 15 doubles using the entire field, and it's not been swinging and missing a whole lot. Good contact for Matt Kemp, and this lineup has been swinging the bat very well. 3 in the lineup with a batting average over 300.
Well, let's take a look at the defensive side for the Angels that will try to support Ricky Nolasco. Well, we'll take a look at that in just a second. Pardon me. Nolasco's making his 11th start of the season. He's 2-4 with a 4.37 ERA. Long ball has been an issue for Ricky and for the Angels. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
Yeah, and the thing, he worked on a few things to make sure he got better with that 2-seam fastball and sinker combination. We saw a lot last September in his bullpen session in between starts. Look for me attack lower part of the strike zone.
Here's the defense for the Angels. Just excited to tell you about Eric Jr. in left field, Cameron Maven center, Cole Calhoun at right, the infield with Pennington and Simmons on the left side, Fontana, Valbuena on the right, Maldonado behind the plate.
Young junior getting that start out in left field, his 201st start in his career in left field. He's played some center, he's played right, and he's even played a pretty solid second base, a guy that can play a number of different positions for you.
First one from Nolasco is in there for a strike. Angel Hernandez calling the balls and strikes tonight. John Tumpane at first base. John Lipka, who's called up from AAA, is at second. Ted Barrett, the crew chief, at third base. Inciarte cuts through this one. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
I had a chance to talk to Ted Barrett on the way down here today at the ballpark. One of the best umpires in the game, and what a gentleman he is. Third base tonight is the third base umpire, Ted Barrett, one of the all-timers.
Off speed, rolled foul. Last time these two teams met, June 13th through the 15th of 2014. And if I remember well, Gooby, it was a weekend and it was not pretty for the Angels.
Yeah, they were swinging back. I think it was Brian McCann had a big series in that series for the Braves.
Last time they met here, back in 2011, the Angels taking 2 of 3. Angels with that 4-6 roadie, now 26-27 on the year. Inciarte shoots one out to the alley in right center field. That falls in for a hit. Inciarte with good speed heading into second. He has himself a leadoff double. Almost too good of an off-speed pitch. It kind of hung there for a little bit.
A curveball that it was the right pitch. The execution of the pitch not there for Nolasco. It's upstairs, and Inciarte, mentioned him in the lineup in the pregame show. He's been very good for him. Stayed back very well. Didn't try to necessarily pull that ball. Stayed back. Hands were quiet. Drives to the right center field for his 8th double. The guy that will steal a base too. 9 stolen bases, so you got to vary your look. The second.
There's Nick Markakis. Bouncer back to the mound. Nolasco does the right job. Freezes the runner, throws it wildly to first. Fortunately, Valbuena's got it. Touches the base.
Well, he's a guy that's played a number of infield positions. Luis going to go say, hey, that was a pretty good sink on that baseball. He fielded that like a third baseman at first base on the throw, but well done by Nolasco, looking Inciarte back in the low throw, but Valbuena able to scoop and step on the base. Big out. He's not allowed Inciarte to advance. Fielded like a third baseman. But with the first baseman glove.
Yeah, that's it. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the aforementioned Matt Kemp DHing. 344 batting average for the 32-year-old. 8 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Now first one's outside. 15 doubles, 379 on base percentage for the two-time All-Star, two-time Gold Glove Award winner. Leadoff double by Ender Inciarte. He's at second. Breaking ball.
And Velasco is staying away, and I mentioned Matt Kemp doing a good job as far as driving the ball the other way. Cole Calhoun dealing with the sun out in right field. This moment at an earlier start than normal. It's Cole out in right. Seems they're trying to shield the sun just in case something's hit his way.
2-1. Tampa originally a Dodgers 6th round pick in 2003. Last year combined with San Diego and Atlanta, 35 home runs, a drive in 108. 2-1 pitch. We'll bounce this one to the left side. That's Pennington. Inciarte back to second, 2 outs.
My Hyundai key for this game is going back to what we talked about in the opening. Also, a little motley crew, home sweet home after a long road trip, a 10-game road trip. Back home, an opportunity to put up some good numbers once again. Show the batting average, runners in scoring position, and most importantly, the one-loss record, 15-8 at home for the Angels. So home sweet home. Hopefully, we'll continue here in the series against Atlanta.
2 outs, man in second. Here's Matt Adams. The Braves went out and got when Freeman was placed on the DL. Adams coming up with the Cardinals. .272 average, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. 9th game now with the Bravos. Cute foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Velasco has faced the Braves quite a few times in his career. 25th game, 24th start, second most starts against any major league team. 8-3 with a 4.28. Most starts he's had has been against the Mets.
His nickname Big City. Looks like he's lost some weight.
It's more like a big town now. That's downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 249 with the Cardinals last year with 16 home runs.
Has very good power.
Of Slippery Rock University. Leadoff double for Inciarte. A couple of ground outs since then. No score. We are underway here at the Big A. And Adams will pop it up. Shallow left center. Simmons going out. Eric Young Jr. is there. And no damage against Ricky Velasco. We'll hit to the bottom of the first. Scoreless. the road trip that just completed. Obviously, not a very good one. Just a game under 500 at 26 and 27. We'll have to do some magical things here without Mike Trout. This is the lineup for game number 54. Mike Scioscia puts it out there, and the one guy you wanted to focus in on, Eric Young Jr., batting ninth, getting to start in left field. You know, he's a guy that's been around, grew up in the game with his dad, a former big leaguer, and grinding it out at AAA Salt Lake and putting up terrific numbers.
Yeah, 354 batting average. The thing jumps out. 5 home runs, 26 RBI, 15 stolen bases. One of the most consistent hitters we saw in Tempe in Arizona. Eric Young Jr. getting that opportunity right away. Get in there and try to fill some of that void. Very difficult for anybody to fill the void of Mike Trout in the game of baseball, but it is what it is. An opportunity with that speed to manufacture some runs.
B.Y. Jr. in the Angels lineup facing Julio Teheran, making his 11th start, 3-4 with a 4.88.
Yeah, his fastball is going to be 89-93, slider, curveball, changeups.
First one from Teheran is a fastball that misses low.
My go-tos to be successful against him tonight, especially that second time through. Batting average really increased. First time he got a battle, 341 second time. And again, going back to manufactured some runs.
A couple of crazy splits as Maven takes a strike to even the count. Teheran has been very good out on the road this year. 0.71 ERA. He's faced the Mets, the Pirates, the Mets, and the Marlins in those starts out on the road. Now facing the Angels. At home, a little different story. 1-1. Maven shoots one out to right field. Markakis is there, one away. There's a look at the Braves on the defensive side of things. Santana's out at left field. Inciarte at center, Markakis at right, Ruiz and Swanson on the left side of the infield. It's Peterson and Adams on the right. Tyler Flowers, the former Chicago White Sox, behind the plate.
Inciarte out in center, one of the best center fielders in the entire game of baseball. Won a Gold Glove last season. Very good throwing arm. 36 outfield assists since 2014, and he can go back on a baseball as well as anybody in the game.
First one to Calhoun is fouled back. Tough month of May for Cole. Just a 157 batting average this month. To drop his overall batting average to 209. Seven doubles, 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. A 1.
Well, the one thing you notice from Teheran, he takes that baseball out of the glove real early. And a lot of times when you do that, it allows a hitter to track the baseball out of your hand. A good view from the hitter's eye behind him and see what pitch potentially could be coming your way.
That's one thing that he is not afraid to do, pitch inside to either righties or lefties. Splits aren't a whole lot different. I mean, there's not one side of the plate that he has been struggling with yet this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He has really struggled in interleague play, though. His numbers extremely high. 3-9 record with an ERA 5.63 in interleague play. Talk about what he's done against National League opponents. Very good ERA, 3.24. Against the American League, not as good.
Taking some time getting that sign from Tyler Flowers. 26-year-old from Cartagena, Colombia.
Said that one well.
I would hope so. That's inside full count. Thanks.
Very well. You can do it again.
Well, when I was looking up the stuff, I don't know if you've ever seen the show Narcos on Netflix.
No.
Well,
good.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check it out now.
Cartagena was a very popular destination back in the 80s for all the wrong reasons. Cartels, shall we just put it at that?
Yes.
Here comes the 3-2. Cole rolls a foul.
Good at bat right now, working for Cole so far. Fell behind early, is not chased. You talk about a couple guys, key guys. We talked about Eric Young Jr. be able to do the things he does with the bat, but Cole Calhoun, Luis Valbuena really have to step it up, especially when you think about the numbers left-handed batters have had against Iran so far this season. Mike Trout won't be available for at least some time here. First time in his career on the disabled list.
Pujols on deck. Another payoff. Back. Angels made a move today to get Eric Young Jr. on the 40-man roster. They transferred Tyler Skaggs to the 60-day DL. That's just more of paperwork than anything else. It doesn't mean that Tyler has suffered a setback. It's just that the Angels needed a 40-man roster, and that was the easiest move.
Yeah, and he's progressing very well himself, Tyler, at this moment. Saw Andrew Heaney throwing a bullpen today. Baseball is looking really good coming out of his hand today. You know, Escobar ran the bases very, very well. Watching him today, Mike Scioscia, even after that, said he's really progressing to the point where you might be able to see him swinging the bat very soon and not too far in the distant future back in the lineup. So far, Cole has seen 8 pitches in this at bat.
Bouncer to the right side. Adams has it. Waves off Tehran, takes it himself. 2 down.
Matt Adams moving well at first base.
So here's Albert. Had the day off yesterday. 249 batting average, 6 home runs, 34 runs batted in, 597 career home runs. And he will look at a strike. Albert now with 2,870 career hits. That's lifted out toward right field. Markakis. Cincinnati, it's the center field ender putting it away. The Angels down and order will head to the second with no score. heroes. We begin the second here on this Memorial Day. Angels and the Braves scoreless. Flowers, Ruiz, and Santana to face Ricky Nolasco. Gave up a leadoff double to start the game, but nothing else. A couple ground outs and a fly ball out to shallow left. Tyler Flowers, as you mentioned, Matt Kemp having a fantastic season. Now 31 years of age. We know him from being a catcher backup, if you will, with the Chicago White Sox. Hitting .357. 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in, and a .466 on base percentage.
He's a guy in the past who used to be sitting fastball, but he would chase breaking balls out of the strike zones. Made a little adjustment in his swing, more of a leg kick for his timing mechanism.
This is his 99th plate appearance, or at bat, I should say.
You see there when he's trying to get that swing path together with the timing with his foot landing to make good consistent contact, and he certainly has done that this season.
Georgia native who originally was drafted by the Atlanta Braves once upon a time, a 33rd round pick out of Chippewa Junior College. That's in the panhandle of Florida. That's in tight. 2-2. He went to the White Sox once upon a time in the Javier Vasquez trade. Well, he had some stuff. He had some pretty good stuff at one point.
Yes, he did. Pitch.
Called strike 3. Nolasco records his first strikeout. Hey, join the Angels with Beach Week Wednesday. Braves in town. Fans in attendance get a Straw Beach hat courtesy of Thermador. While supplies last. Visit Angels.com for more information.
I know you can't wait for that one. For the opening, will we be wearing that night?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We going shirtless?
No.
What, are you scared?
Yeah.
Rio Ruiz fouls this one back. Good hack. No balls on a strike. 23-year-old. 273. It's on the Astros organization. Born in Covina, the Bishop Amat.
Yeah, they beat Chaminade in the playoffs. Yeah, this year. Yeah, baseball playoffs. Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was going to ask for clarification. I had forgotten. It was a little foggy.
Yeah, 1-0. Chaminade was winning, but they came back tied in the 7th, won in extra innings. But nobody's thinking about that.
And Ruiz goes down for out number 2. Good off speed pitch.
Good splitter there from Ricky Nolasco. Stayed on top of this one. You see the split action. Starts at the knees, ends up in the dirt. Set up by that two-seamer earlier in the at-bat. It's so important for Nolasco to get back to that. That's what he was talking about in his bullpen session in between starts. Getting back to that two-seamer down. He still will have his four-seam fastball inside and upper part of the strike zone. But the two-seamer sets up a split.
Danny Santana, the left fielder, 3 for 27. This one's out toward right center field. Cole racing over. He'll put it away. It's a quick top of the second. 3 up and 3 down. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the inning. brought to you by the Hyundai Better Than Ever sales event, with the best total savings on select models in Hyundai's history is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. No scores. We start at the bottom of the second. Teheran with a 1-2-3 first, retiring Maven, Calhoun, and Pujols. Here the second, he'll face Valbuena, Simmons, and Fontana. That's a pretty good showing of Braves fans.
A lot coming
during
in the
batting
stadium,
practice behind that first base dugout. Jerseys throughout. A lot of them anxious to see Dansby Swanson. There's shortstop. At least Valbuena ready to lead things off. 167 batting average so far. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Tries to bunt his way on and lets it foul. They have plenty of opportunity too.
Bad thought process there from Luis. Plenty of opportunity to bunt that one down the line. Just anything in fair territory is going to be a base hit. As far over as you're seeing Luis over almost in the shortstop position with the shift on.
One ball, one strike. Slow breaking ball. One and two now. A lot of arms and legs coming at you.
Yep. Starts on the first base side of the pitching rubber. Quite a few base runners coming in this game. 56 hits and 55 in a third innings pitch. 25 walks, 3 hit batters.
Valbuena just 4 for 34 on the just completed 10-game road trip. Takes a breaking ball downstairs. Full count.
So far this season, hitters have hit 291 against Teheran's changeup and slider. 4-seam, 2-seam fastball, though, has been good, 224.
Great pull the string on Valbuena, and he picks up his first strikeout, one away.
See that changeup right there? At least try to pull it. He stays back. He's got a real good opportunity to hit that ball to the left side of the infield and get a hit. And that's what you can see him shaking his head going back to the bench. It ended up being a slider, a backup slider.
Yeah, that's the old cement mixer.
Yeah, and you see how he pulled off the baseball Luis did. If he stays back, that's a very good pitch to drive hard the other way.
Pretty good as far as velocity on that, because it looked like a straight change. There's a fastball for a strike. Simmons facing his former team. Angelton had a heck of a road trip. Ended up going 18 for 42, a 429 average. 6 doubles, a home run, 7 RBIs, and he'll hit this one out to center field. Inciarte racing back. He's at the wall. Gone! Simba goes big fly. 1-0 Angels.
All the Simba fans at the ballpark here at the Big A. Simmons reminding the Braves what they had when he's wearing that Brave uniform. It's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. Andrelton Simmons with 4 home runs coming into the game. Well, he gets a fastball, almost letter high, middle part of the plate, dead center field for Simba. That's a great sound off the bat and some distance at dead center field. You got to get it well over that fence with Inciarte going back there, and he did so. 10th home run to Teheran is allowed this season. Already more home runs this year than he had all of last year. And his streak now at 11.
Fontana rolls it foul. Back at second base. 3rd consecutive start. Nolan 1 for 14. The home run. That was in Miami. 0-2 pitch. Down low. I mentioned now the going to have to be other guys that step up, try to fill that void. It's almost impossible to do so. You take a Mike Trout out of the lineup, the other guys are going to have to pick up the slack. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They wanted an appeal. He did not go.
Yeah, talk about the need to manufacture some runs also. You're going to see that throughout this stretch without Mike Trout.
Shift on with Fontana at the plate. 2-2. Off speed. It's a called strike 3. A pitch that wasn't even close to the strike zone. Angel Hernandez brings him up, 2 outs. That was off the plate.
Well, one of those unhittable pitches when it's that far off the plate. Not a half a baseball or a full baseball off the corner. Changeup running away.
So 2 outs and Martin Maldonado up. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Martin at 265, 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. On base percentage at .329. Maldonado with a couple of home runs on the road trip.
A .333 career hitter against the Braves. 12 for 36 for Maldonado.
Fastball got him looking. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Teherad, but sandwiching between the first 2, Andrelton Simmons, 5th home run of the season.
Boy, you talk about jumping on a high fastball. Andrelton Simmons gets a high fastball, letter high, drives it out to dead center field. 5th home run of the season.
Simmons home run. Rick Nolasco had a 1-2-3 second. Will face 8-9-1 Peterson, Swanson, and then Inciarte. Chase Peterson, the second baseman, filling in for Brandon Phillips, who hurt his knee yesterday in the 5th inning against the Giants. 27-year-old Louisiana native, 202, 5 doubles, a triple, 9 RBIs.
Phillips has had a solid season for the Braves also on the offensive side.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Braves team that you look at the offensive numbers, while they don't overwhelm you with the home runs. Now, granted, Freeman's been out for a couple weeks now. He was leading the majors in home runs when he got hurt at the time with 14. They can get some of that offense to click all together and pick up that pace for Freeman. The question is, especially in the National League East, pitching is enough behind Tehran.
Yeah, they're going to have some pitching coming up at some point, probably in another year or two. But for the time being, some veterans in there, including Bartola Colon.
Got a line foul. All right, and this is a rebuild, if you will. Not this year rebuilding, but they're kind of in that process leading into opening their new ballpark this year, SunTrust Park, in the suburbs of Atlanta.
Kind of a similar formula they had in that successful run in the 90s. Pitching. There's some really big prospects in the minor leagues.
They had a pretty incredible run. You know, you go back, and you go back to your when you came up, you and Saberhagen, Danny Jackson. You think about the Oakland A's, Zito, Hudson, Mulder. The Braves certainly had their stretch in the early 90s. And it seemed like it was a really good run.
Yes.
Glavine to Avery. Smoltz was there via trade. Kevin Millwood then came up. Tommy Green threw a no-hitter for them. It was just all of a sudden a number of guys. If they could do that again somehow, that's R.A. Dickey. He's on the back nine of his career.
And when you think about 3 of those guys in that rotation in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz. By the way, they were never fun to play golf against too in spring training. By the way, that was never a good time.
Do you ever submit those losses to your accountant? Maybe perhaps a write-off or something.
Yeah,
something, hey,
that would have helped a lot.
Something for the effort.
Yes.
Swanson fouls it at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. This is a guy that I like so much. TP.
Yes.
Pendleton, the third baseman. Bravos, Cardinals. They can swing the bat, boy.
Man, one of my all-time favorite players to watch. You talk about a tough at bat, every single at bat. Very Pendleton.
This down low, 1-2. Swanson, 23 years of age, Georgia native, 190, 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Number 1 overall selection at Vanderbilt, 2015 by the Diamondbacks. He was part of the package of players that came over to Atlanta, changed for Shelby Miller.
He has struggled early on this season, but he is a special player.
Swanson and Enciarte just part of that package. So Atlanta got a pretty good couple of players, especially if Swanson could eventually get it together on the offensive side.
It's impressive last year in the month of September.
Defensively has committed 9 errors at shortstop. Tried to catch out outside part of the plate with that 2-seamer.
Well, generally when you look at Ricky Nolasco, when you're going and he goes away with a fastball, he'll back it up with a slider in that same plane, try to go get the hitter to swing off the plate.
3-2. Fastball, and it's bounced over to Pennington, had to back up on it, and Swanson with decent speed gets down the line. With Pennington, the minute he backed up on it, it was going to be a tough play at infield base hit for Swanson.
Swanson, you can tell why he's going to be a very special player. Not only he's got that good power to all fields, but also good speed. Back up on that short hop, even though Pennington has a lot on the throw, Swanson runs very well and beats that out for an infield hit. See how quick he gets down the line, beats that one out. Yeah, your only chance in that one is if Pennington comes up to try to get that in between hop and then have momentum going forward. Going back, even with his arm strength, not going to be able to throw out Swanson.
Yeah, and that's knowing the base runner. got a guy that doesn't run well. Inciarte lines one out the left. Eric Young Jr. lets it hop. He thought about it. Falls in for a base hit. Inciarte with his second hit. I was going to say, if you've got a slow catcher, you could back up, take your time at third base. Well, the Braves have 2 on with 1 out. And Markakis coming up.
Well, again, you can see Inciarte how well he could swing the bat. He had a double to right center field this time. He let that baseball travel a little longer. A base hit in the left in front of Eric Young Jr. Saw Eric Young Sr. come to the ballpark today. He's in the house to watch his son play. A very good major league player himself.
Markakis hit a bouncer back to the mound, and Ricky wants to talk things over with Martin.
You recall Markakis was the guy that could get a ground ball double play against when he's with Baltimore over the years. He's rolled into 6 so far this season. But he has been a doubles machine throughout his career. He's got 12 this season.
And a career high 48 back in 2008. Remember the Orioles?
404 career doubles.
Comes in as a career 289 hitter. His big league career.
See that as far as active players, 8th most as far as doubles.
Never been to an All-Star game. He's won a couple of Gold Gloves. One ball, one strike. And that's the pitch. Markakis he's not afraid to just flip it out to left field. I think those are the toughest hitters, especially lefties. Yeah, aren't afraid to pull the ball. They're not afraid inside, and they take what you give them away and just kind of flip it out that way.
And they frustrate you too, because that's a perfect pitch as a pitcher. You want hitters to try to pull that ball. That's how you get those ground ball double plays.
He's out towards left center field. Maben racing over. He reaches out, makes the catch at the last second. Nice play. That ball kept tailing away from him, and now he's kind of bent at the waist. Hopefully he's all right. Remember, he had a sore knee on the last road trip. Looked like he was kind of grabbing his left hand there, the glove hand.
And it's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. The good route that Cameron Maben took on that baseball, was able to track that one down off the bat. I thought that was a double at least off the bat. Good route, good closing speed, and an outstanding play by Cameron Maben in left center field.
Metcalf 0 for 1. He grounded to third. That's a 2-0 lead if that ball drops too, with the speed of Swanson at second and Inciarte at first. 1-0 Angels. Simmons with a home run at the bottom of the second.
That's a great play by Cameron Maben.
Overthrown fastball, otherwise known as a non-committed fastball.
Yeah, Nolasco and Kemp teammates with the Dodgers back in 2013. Turn that little two-seamer over. Good scoop once again by Maldonado. Looking to see if anybody tried to take a secondary lead. Back pick. Eventually Swanson at second.
Matt Adams on deck.
Kemp will be swinging here 3-0. You got to be careful if you're Nolasco where you throw this fastball.
Danger zone. I think this is a situation that you'll be all right giving up the walk. I mean, as hot as he has been, if you get him to chase, great. But if you walk him, all right, you'll deal with Matt Adams. And that's the difference of not having Freddie Freeman in the lineup.
Yeah, anytime I was on the mound, I was a 3-0 count, and a hitter that as hot as Matt Kemp is swings at that. That was a pretty good pitch to drive. I know he's wanting to swing the bat now, so I'm going to throw him a breaking ball. Try to get him to chase, maybe off the plate.
Fastball again. Dead on it.
Yes, that's why I said you go right back to a breaking ball. He's tracking that one well. Yeah, there's times you want to challenge a hitter, but not when a hitter swinging the bat as well as Matt Kemp is right now, especially in that part of the zone.
And that's a two-seamer that's tailing right back toward the barrel. Full count with 2 outs. Runners will get the head start on the next pitch. Breaking ball, and it misses. Ball 4. So they're loaded up for Adams. First walk issued by Ricky.
Maldonado tried to sell that one. Walk off, he thought he might have gotten that outside corner. It looked like it was about a half a baseball or so off the corner, though. See off the strike zone corner of Fox Tracks. Pretty good take. That's when you know a hitter swinging the bat well. Does not chase that pitch out of the strike zone.
So Swanson at third. Inciarte at second, Kemp at first. Matt Adams at a fly ball to left field in his first AB. Ricky working from the full windup. This is down the left field line, could be trouble, and it is. Over the fence, 2 RBI double, and the Braves lead it 2-1. Good piece of hitting by Matt Adams. Back-to-back pitches away from him.
And when you look at this Atlanta club, they've been very good as far as going the other way with pitches. Base hits the other way. And this was just inside the line for a ground rule double. Boy, when you look at the amount of hits so far this season for Atlanta, 3rd best as far as percentage of opposite field hits. We've seen it on display in this game already. 28.3% of their hits have been to the opposite field.
Tyler Flowers struck out looking in his first at-bat. Takes a breaking ball, and Pennington can't handle the hot smash. 3-1. Flowers got that breaking ball turned on it.
Boy, hit that one well. One hopper off the body of Cliff Pennington. Tried to recover a throw across. Flowers got down the line quickly.
Error on Pennington, no RBI. 3rd error by Cliff. 35th on the season by the Angels. And Rio Ruiz will be the 8th man to step to the plate.
Pretty solid so far coming in the game. 273 hitter with 3 extra base hits.
Punched down in his first at bat. Nice job at Martin smothering that one.
Been so good defensively. Splitter in the dirt. Gets the body over. Keeps up in the glove. No advancement of the runners. So keep the force out at second in play, and also keep Adams at third.
30th pitch of the inning, and it's ripped toward the right side under the glove of Fontana. An RBI single, and it's 4-1. 5th RBI for Ruiz.
This fastball 2-seamer doesn't get quite down and away, middle part of the plate. Ruiz hits that ball, just gets it by Fontana for an RBI single, bringing home the 4th run of the inning for the Braves.
Hey, join your Angels Friday. Beach week continuing. Twins are in town. Fans in attendance receive a Shark Rally Monkey, courtesy of St. Joseph Hogue Health, while supplies last. Go to angels.com for more details. Danny Santana coming to the plate. 9th man to bat here, the 3rd inning. 4 runs in, 2 outs. Santana fly ball to right in the 2nd.
30 pitches this inning for Nolasco. He's had his troubles in his career versus the Braves. 6-10 with an ERA over 5 for Ricky.
Former Minnesota Twin. Last year, 240 for them. Pickoff attempt, and the hand back in there by Flowers. One ball, 1 strike. Now falling into a pattern, isn't he? It's left-handed batters.
Everything drifting away like that. Still can't go away from the slow curveball he has. It's been effective against left-handed batters. And throw that 4-seam fastball inside. Trust it, it's going to stay in the inside corner. See the frustration by Ricky Nolasco, banging his hip. Pretty good indication that means you're flying open.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Ricky took the loss at his last outing against Tampa Bay. 5 runs on 7 hits, worked 6 innings. Winless since April 27th against Oakland here. Two on, 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. Full count. Fourth full count already for Nolasco. This is the man that started things off. Chase Peterson grounded out to start this 3rd inning. Runners go, and that's hit hard to right field. Calhoun back, it's over his head. This one's off the wall. Braves are not missing too many pitches as 2 runs come to the plate. It is 6-1 Braves.
One of those fastballs again at this drift in the middle part of the plate. And Santana drives that one to the wall in right center field. He's always had good power, strong hitter.
Angels start to get action to their bullpen now. Braves have batted around. Blackboard, first man up. Pick off attempt at 2nd and in there.
See that tag, try to be quick on the back. Swipe, real close. Just barely able to get the hand in at 2nd. .40 pitches thrown this inning for Ricky Nolasco.
2-2. Breaking ball. Another full count. All of this with 2 outs.
They're unable to get Matt Kemp to chase that slider off the plate. End up walking him. Matt Adams would double down the line.
And a walk to Peterson. Second of the inning. Dansby Swanson coming to the plate.
It's a long walk out. That's a pretty good indication that Mike Scioscia wants to give Mike Morin a little more time to warm up. You look at the start so far this season for Nolasco. He hasn't failed to go at least into the 5th inning at any start. In the 3rd inning right now. Nolasco struggling to get through it.
I guess he'll make the call. Yep. Just waiting for Maldonado to get back out there. So that's going to be it for Ricky. Ends up going just 2 2/3 tonight. 6 hits. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Still responsible for the 2 on base. Those would be unearned anyway because of the error by Pennington. 6-1 Braves. Baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru. Atlanta leads at 6-1. They're still batting here in the 3rd inning. Ricky Nolasco going just 2 2/3. 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 6 runs, just 2 earned because of the error. Courtesy of Cliff Pennington. Mike Moore takes over on the mound here. Moore will be pitching in his 2nd appearance. 2nd game, I should say. He's coming off the DL. 6th overall. 7 innings, 3 strikeouts, no walks, 9 hits in those 7 frames. And he's in to try to get Dansby Swanson to finish off the top of the 3rd. Swanson, the 10th man to come to the plate now for Atlanta here in the 3rd. And we really have not seen a whole lot of this stuff this season. And there were some issues early on by the starting staff first couple of weeks as far as guys not able to get past the 5th inning or deep into games. But as far as a blow-up game, if you will, those haven't happened too often this year. It's unfortunate for Velasco. It's happened to him here in the 3rd. Bouncer toward the middle. Simmons has it, flips it to Fontana. They get the 3rd out. And this 3rd is finally in the books. Braves score 6 times and they lead at 6-1.
at Hoag Hospital. And then after the MRI, it was read by Dr. Steve Shin at Curlin Joe. What Steve saw is a tear of the ligament in his UCL of his left thumb. So at this point in time, surgery is an option, but Steve's on his way down here tonight to talk to Mike, and we'll sit down and from there, come up with the plan of care.
Of course, that's Angels general manager Billy Eppler talking about Mike Trout on the disabled list for the first time in his career with that tear in the UCL of the left thumb. Jammed it into the base yesterday in the 5th inning. A stolen base attempt. And, we'll see how things play out. If I remember correctly, last year Andrew Simmons had a similar injury to his gloved thumb. He rolled on a diving play, ended up having to have the surgery, and I think Angels was out for about 5 weeks. So that's one player in one situation. We'll just have to wait and see as Pennington swings at the very first pitch to start the bottom of the 3rd. There's the first out.
And Billy Eppler kind of addressed that a little bit, very similar as far as the injury that Trout and Simmons had. So there's a strong possibility one way or the other, whether it's surgery or be able to just try to let it heal on its own.
The shame of it all, of course, is the fact that he's having the best start of his big league career. Eric Young Jr. steps to the plate.
A career that's already had and seen 2 MVP trophies and then 3 second-place finishes already for Trout.
Eric Young, starting left fielder, takes a strike. 32-year-old. He's hitting .354 AAA Salt Lake, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. We'll pull this one over to Adams at first base. That's the second out of the inning. Figure that EY will get to some playing time, but Maben at center field. Revere on occasion getting into the mix.
And going back to Eric Young Jr., saw him so much in spring training, and not only he's put up some pretty good power numbers at AAA, very good speed, and will bunt. Talk about manufacturing runs. He's the type of guy that can do so. 15 stolen bases he had in AAA.
Maben a fly ball to right field in the first, so he's 0 for 1. Bouncer to third. Was that 5 pitches?
You talk about a shutdown inning.
That is a shutdown inning. We head to the 4th, 6-1 Atlanta. Homes for our troops, building mortgage-free, specially adapted homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Learn more about how Homes for Our Troops is enabling our veterans to rebuild their lives and visit foxsportsupports.com. 6-1 Atlanta, top of the fourth. Mike Moore back out through one pitch, got the final out of the third. Gets rewarded with facing the top of the order here. Inciarte, Markakis, and Kemp were the Bravos of Atlanta.
And Inciarte is so good as far as we talked about him in that base hit last at bat going the other way. He's very good as far as percentage-wise going the other way. 2 for 2. He's got a single and a double in this game. He got his batting average now up to 290. Double to right center, base hit to left.
Good changeup.
You see his numbers as far as the spray chart and what he has done as far as hitting the ball the other way. It's been very effective for him so far this season. See, 29 hits going the other way, which leads the majors in that category. 16 to center, 16 to right. It always makes it more difficult when you face a hitter that lets a baseball travel as long as he does to hit the ball to the opposite field.
Full foul, that one off the screen. Count remains at 1-2. Inciarte, just 26 years of age, native of Venezuela. He signed to a very club-friendly deal through 2021. Down he goes. There's that changeup. Bugs Bunny style, one away.
That's that pitch, though. Even a guy that hits the ball well the other way, it's difficult to do so. Hips have already opened up. He tried to keep the bat back. A little circle changeup. This is the changeup he'll throw to left-handed batters that go fade away, way out in front, unable to make contact. He also throws his changeup to right-handed batters, but it's more cut action.
Markakis is 0 for 2. Final line, 2 on Velasco, by the way, 6 runs, 2 earned. Two and 2/3 innings. One and 2.
Sunshine going right at Pujols and Valbuena, especially with a left-handed batter at the plate.
One, 2. And down goes Markakis. That's that cut action when you were talking about.
And that's the thing, it's going to be very important. I think when you look at Mike Moore now healthy, he told me that just the other day, the first time in a while, establishing the fastball, using his slider, but also having that ability to throw a little cut changeup. And that's exactly what he was able to do there to get a swing and miss. 81-mile-an-hour pitch, well out in front once again. 2 hitters unable to stay back on the off-speed pitch for Mike Moore.
Matt Kemp, a ground out and a walk. Scored one of the 6 runs in the third.
Couple good sliders in a row.
Down goes Kemp, a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Moore. 3 consecutive punch-outs. 6-1 Atlanta. to you by Carson Toyota. Come see the difference a family-owned dealership can make. 6-1 Atlanta as we start at the bottom of the fourth. Halo setting up Calhoun, Pujols, and Valbuena against Julio Teheran, who's allowed one hit. That was the home run to Simmons with one out of the second.
See if those numbers that second time through against him hold up. First time through, 213 batting average. Second time through, though, against him, hitters hitting 341 with 6 home runs and 22 RBIs.
Cole grounded out to Adams in the first. Cole had a prolonged plate appearance in that first inning that resulted in the ground out.
Still plenty of time to get back in this game.
One ball, one strike. Teheran last year, 7-10 with a 3.21 ERA at 30 starts. An all-star twice in his career. This one's lifted out the left.
And with Albert Pujols coming to the plate now, it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. Most interleague home runs all time. Tome at the top, Paul Konerko behind him, but Albert Pujols with 57 interleague home runs.
Fastball in there for a strike. Albert, the fly ball to center field, the first.
Very good career numbers against the Braves coming into the game. 351 with 19 home runs.
And that's driven out to deep left center field. Going back on it is Santana, that is gone. Number 598 for Albert Pujols. 6-2 Braves.
The machine rocked that fastball. Mentioned the numbers in interleague play as far as the home run ball. Fastball inside, brought his hands inside the baseball well. Second home run of the game for the Angels. And Albert now with 58 interleague home runs, 598 career home runs, and his 20th in his career versus the Braves.
Now 2 away from that magical 600. The RBI for Albert is 35th. Now with 1,852 career runs batted in.
They'll make that 386 different hitters.
Valbuena launches one out to right field. Markakis back, gone! Back-to-back jacks. 6-3.
It's good to see Luis Valbuena staying back on this pitch. Back-to-back home runs. Pujols, Valbuena. Fastball, he turns on it, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Inside corner and out to right center field. Third home run of the season for Valbuena, 10th RBI. And they look like they want to check to see if it was indeed a home run. And again, talked about that second time through. 341 batting average with 6 home runs coming into this game for Teheran. So far, potentially back-to-back home runs. See if indeed this baseball was over that yellow line Yes. Home run. Shouldn't take long.
Tough stretch of games for Luis Valbuena. Take a look at the replay once again. The yellow stripe signifying the home run, and that is over the yellow line.
Yes.
And back behind it. So no hands over the wall. Should be a home run like you stated. Now they can celebrate.
Yes, indeed. Back to back, belly to belly. Home runs for the Angels. Right back in the game.
Six to 3. One out. Here's Andrelton Simmons, who homered to straightaway center field in the second. It's low.
Now it's time for tonight's Cold Hard Facts, brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors Light. Talk about hot hitters of late. Andrelton Simmons, 391 batting average.
Simmons pulls one down the left field line, but foul. Right size, wrong shape, Gooby.
Yeah, hit well, but home run. His first at bat of the game. Look, a couple other hitters in this game. Cameron maybe 391. Andrelton Simmons, I say now 407 with the home run, and Matt Kemp 386. So three of the hottest hitters since May 15th are in the game here tonight.
Got a breaking ball. It's 1-2. Home run for Andrelton. His fifth. 21st run batted in. Ground ball to short. Swanson has it. 2 down. So it's Nolan Fontana coming to the plate. Struck out looking in the second. I'll let Fontana go a little Chris Stapleton for his walk-up music. Born in Texas, raised in Florida. 1 ball, no strikes. Two nope. We said it earlier this week. Plenty of time to come back. Down 6-1. Pujols delivers a home run. Valbuena follows suit.
And for a guy we mentioned, when you get to see him a couple times, he struggles. He's really struggled in the month of May as far as his ERA. Talk about great road numbers, but the month of May, not so good. First home runs he's allowed on the road this season. Back-to-back home runs.
Gets an off-speed pitch, and Fontana goes down swinging. But the Angels, couple of home runs by Pujols and Valbuena going back-to-back to get the Angels back into this game.
And Albert getting oh so close now to 600. 598 for the machine. Valbuena followed him up with a home run himself on a fastball in 6-3 game.
As we head to the 5th inning, I'm Alex Curry, and today, as we remember and honor our troops for making the ultimate sacrifice, protecting and serving our country, Major League Baseball is also honoring our fallen heroes by wearing their special Memorial Day design jerseys and hats and socks. Both the hat and the jersey on the right side has 5 stars representing the 5 branches of military. And this is the first year that Rawling made a specialty stitch baseball to match the green color theme of the uniform. And of course, guys, today we've heard all players around the league share what an honor it is to represent our country on a day like today.
Thanks a lot, Alex. And Major League Baseball using the uniforms and hats throughout the entire weekend, much like they did through Mother's Day and will more than likely do on Father's Day weekend. Here's Merrill Petit taking over on the mound for Mike Moore, who ended up going an inning and a third, 3 strikeouts. 19th game for Petit, 1-0 mark, a 2.35 ERA. Looking to get 2, if not 3, out of Petit.
These are one of those games when you're down in the bullpen and you see the offense come back like that. All of a sudden, you get a close game once again. You get a chance to pick up a W if you can put up some zeros for 2-3 innings.
Here's Meadow, pitched Friday, inning and a third, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Down goes Adams. 1 away. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts between Moore and Petit. 1 out.
He had a batter right there looking for a changeup instead. It's a fastball from Petit. 89-mile-an-hour fastball, lower part of the strike zone, but the key to pitching is keep the hitter guessing.
Tyler Flowers a strikeout. Reached on an error by Pennington. He'll rip this one through the left side. It's a 1-out single. Pitch was up.
Boy, he has been impressive. The numbers speak for itself coming into the game for Flowers. Even the last at bat, you know, via an error by Cliff Pennington, but that baseball was hit hard.
7th hit of the night for Atlanta. And Rio Ruiz coming up. 1 for 2. Hard hit baseball for a single and an RBI. He also scored a run in the 3rd. Got into 5 games last year in his major league debut. Off speed, and that is down the line to foul. Just out in front. Every one of these guys has come out swinging the bats, pulling the trigger, jumping on first pitches if they're there.
They are very aggressive generally on the first pitch when you look at their numbers this season.
Toward the middle, should be 2. Fontana to Simmons, over to first, inning-ending double play. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Halos have Maldonado, Pennington, and Young coming up, down 3.
Williams, fighter pilot for the U.S. Marines, missed most of 5 seasons serving in World War II and Korean War through 38 combat missions. When you think about how many career hits, 2,654 career hits, 521 home runs for Ted Williams. Can you imagine the overall numbers if he had not missed such a big part of his career, the prime of his career, to serve the country?
Martin Maldonado to lead things off here. Angels half of the 5th. Maldonado struck out looking in the 2nd. Picks off the plate. Ground ball left side, and that's past the diving Ruiz, and it's a leadoff single for Maldonado.
Maldonado gets that base hit through the hole between short and third. .333 career hitter against the Braves in his career. Picks up another hit just by Ruiz, showing pretty good range, but just by him for a leadoff single.
Paddington saw one pitch in the 3rd, hit a fly ball to left field. Takes a strike.
Much better this season with runners on base for Cliff Pennington, 375.
One. Taylor batting .232, no extra base hit, 6 RBIs. Getting the start today at third base. .55 pitches so far by Tehran. 4 strikeouts, no walks, 4 hits allowed. Came into play today out of the road, having allowed 4 runs, just 2 earned. He's given up 3 tonight, all 3 via the long ball.
He had 0 home runs allowed on the road.
Pennington flips one out to left field. This one will chase Santana back, and he'll make the catch. Round number 1. Danny likes to play a shallow left field. Here comes Eric Young Jr. And this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. EY Jr. grounded out in his first Angels at-bat. 0 for 1.
Keep an eye, might want to try that drag bunt down the first baseline.
30th round pick by the Rockies in 2003. Ground ball towards second, got in on his hands. Tough to turn the double play. See you I could run down the line. 2 outs. Maldonado forced down at second.
Ran that fastball in on Eric Young Jr. Jam him. Still think you try to take a shot at trying to steal a base here if you're EY. Tehran has allowed 6 stolen bases in 9 attempts.
Good lead for him. Maben a fly ball to right and a ground ball to third. 2.
Flowers is going out 27% of base stealers so far. He's allowed 16 stolen bases in 22 attempts behind the plate.
Called strike. That pitch was in off the plate. 0-2.
Cameron's got a pretty good pickoff move. 2 pickoffs this year, 25 of them in his career.
Ehi's on the move. The pitch outside. The throw down to second is late. So Young picks up his first stolen base of the season. .38th of the year for the Angels.
Good decision to go there. Good jump. Flowers trying to be quick on the transfer, but a big jump by Eric Young Jr. Last season, Tehran had allowed 17 stolen bases in 20 attempts, so you could steal against him. Ehi in scoring position for Maben.
Check swing. They wanted appeal. Did not go. 2-2. John Tempane looking to call.
Boy, from our angle, looked like he did cross the plate. And he did. Got away with that one. He can get that base hit. Showed his numbers since May 15th. The tops as far as batting average in the majors.
Full count. Pujols on deck. Maybe Tempane was just mesmerized by the high socks.
Yeah, could have been.
Maben's wearing.
Possible.
Lost it in the camouflage of the check swing. Dark bat, dark colored socks. Just got lost.
Yes.
Now the 3-2. And he lays off. Ball 4. So Cole will come up with an opportunity to tie this game up with one swing of the bat.
That's all you can ask for, especially when you were down at 6-1. Going into that 4th inning.
First walk for the Braves right-hander. Thrown the ball well, except the mistakes that he has made via the long ball. First time the Angels have had any traffic on the base paths against them. Cole 0 for 2, grounded out to first in the first inning, hit a fly ball to left in the 4th. Runners go, and it's a double steal. Huge jump for both guys, and really that keys off of Eric Young. Maben's got to wait till he breaks.
Exactly, and we talked about manufacturing runs, getting 2 guys in scoring position with speed. 3 stolen bases in this inning for the Angels. Get them now 40 stolen bases on the season. Right away, you saw Eric Young Jr. pointing to Cameron Maben to say, good job as far as reading me as I'm trying to steal 3rd so you can be successful stealing 2nd. 13th stolen base for him.
Cole hits one just foul.
Wow, that was close. Very close down the line. 2 wild pitches for Teheran on his breaking ball in the dirt this season.
1-2. Cole fouls it back.
He had a good hack at that fastball, his zone where he could do some damage. That walk around the batter's box for a hitter who had his pitch to do the damage. Eric Young Jr. with his 2 stolen bases tonight, giving 147 in his career. His dad had 465 stolen bases in his career. Trying to trot home and score his first run as an Angel.
They went around the breaking ball, and the Angels will leave 2 in scoring position. We are on our way to the 6th inning with Atlanta up top 6-3.
Is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. Go the distance with 84 mpg and a 566 total driving range. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by GMC.
Top of the 6th here on Memorial Day. A beautiful night for baseball. It was 69 degrees at the first pitch. A little cooler now. Mero Petit back out for his 2nd inning of work. He's going to get the bottom 3rd of the order. Santana, Peterson, and Swanson. The difference in this game, the 6-run 3rd inning for Atlanta. Only 2 of those runs earned. Alaska getting knocked down after 2 2/3 innings. Santana 2 RBI double in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 15th game with the Braves. Played 13 games with Minnesota prior to the trade. Fouled off.
Late on that swing.
Off speed, pulled foul. Late on the previous swing, a little early.
A lot of times that'll happen as a hitter. You're late, you're trying to gear up, you're going to get that bat hit out a little quicker. A little bit too quick on that one.
Fastball got him looking down, goes Santana, 1 away. Hey, join the Angels for Family Sunday, June 4th. Twins are in town to wrap up the homestand. Visit the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities. And after the game, kids in attendance get to run the bases For more information on Family Sunday, presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink, justgoodangels.com. In at the knees for a strike on Peterson. For 1 with a ground down and a walk. Starting second baseman in place of Brandon Phillips. Lifted down the line, slicing toward the seats. Young watch this one land about 2 rows deep. Breaking ball.
Pretty good breaking ball. Curveball. He will throw his slider and curveball. Very good changeup. Spots his fastball well, lower part of the strike zone.
Ground ball to the right side. Valbuena gloves it. Petit's covering, 2 down.
Shortstop, number 7, Dansby Swanson.
It's played by Valbuena. Maldonado is going to give Petit a little bit of a breather.
Dansby Swanson takes down and away. A 1-for-2 game for Swanson. Kind of didn't feel base hit in that 3rd inning. One ball, 1 strike. Bourne came in and inning in the 3rd with 3 strikeouts. Petit working his 2nd inning.
A slider getting that call.
Called strike 3, rings him up this time. That pitch was off the plate as well, as Petit has himself a 1-2-3 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Albert has already hit a home run tonight. He's 2 shy of 600. He's due to lead things off with the Angels down 6-3.
Now it's time to take a look at Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. His last at bat, Albert Pujols, looking for a fastball inside. He gets that foot down, clears the hip, brings those hands inside the baseball, and gets the barrel of the bat out in front and drives out. Career number 598 for the machine. Looking for 599 right now.
One for two with that home run, his 7th of the year, 35th RBI. 9th on the all-time list. Sammy Sosa next at 609. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. A few teams that doesn't overshift with Albert at the plate. Although Peterson toward the middle. Flowers set up outside. This is off the end of the bat toward left center field. Long run back there for Santana, and he makes the catch as Inciarte goes into the slide to avoid the collision. Nice play by Santana to keep his eye on the baseball. He can run a little bit.
Yeah, he can. And he just reaches out. Inciarte, you see how far he's got to go to try to track down this baseball by Albert. Last second reaches out. Inciarte slide it to Santana. Able to keep the concentration, avoid the contact on the slide, and makes the play.
Here's Valbuena's 1 for 2. Hit his 3rd home run of the season in the 4th inning. Did not go. There's the 1-1 pitch. Dribble foul. Ground ball. This one's part of the shortstop position. That's Ruiz, a third baseman, throwing down Valbuena, 2 outs. Some of the scores around Major League Baseball. A lot of finals already. Just a couple of games that are still being played. Houston, you talk about a serious comeback. It started with 8 runs in the 8th inning. Pardon me, 11 runs in the 8th inning, 3 in the 9th.
Yeah, the Texans doubled up. The Vikings did that score.
Man, they were down 8-3 to win it 16-8. Cleveland over Oakland. Tampa Bay just took the lead on Texas 10-7 on a Beckham home run. You saw the other scores on your screen there.
Well, the Chicago Cubs continue to struggle.
Yeah. Dropped another one. Phil Madden saying no plans to change things off.
Speaking of some runs scored, Toronto with 17 runs tonight.
The 11-run 8th inning. Well, if you weren't sure whether or not the Houston Astros were real, which we kind of knew the first time we saw them, they are. Check swing bouncer. Round has it. Simmons retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Down to order. We'll head to the 7th inning. It's a 6-3 Braves lead.
at a 7. And now it's time for the Unlimited Baseball Break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Baltimore snaps its 7-game losing streak, winning today against the Yankees 3-2. When Bundy picked up a 6th win, you mentioned that rally by the Astros came back against the Twins, scoring 11 runs in the 8th inning. Now let's take a look at our big story around the majors, and it was as the Nationals take on the San Francisco Giants. Bryce Harper didn't like the inside pitch, trickling in that helmet throw. Not quite at him, but then there's some pretty good punches being thrown and benches clearing between the Nationals and the Giants. It stayed that way, continued to push and shove for quite some time. See Harper getting hit right on the hip. Didn't like that throw inside. And that helmet throw, not quite where he wanted to throw that one.
It's like a 50-cent ceremonial first pitch.
It was. It had that little downward sink to it.
Why throw the helmet? If you're going to charge, aren't you just charging the guy?
That's
helmet
what generally you're going to do. The helmet throw is going to get you even more of a suspension, you would think.
No doubt. Jose Alvarez taking over on the mound for Yusmeiro Petit. Ender Inciarte takes a strike. Top of the order for the Bravos, Inciarte, Markakis, and Kemp. At the 7th. The 7th game for Alvarez. Tough month of May. Last time out, not too bad. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, 14 pitches against the Marlins. Inciarte lifting this one out to left. Being tracked down by Eric Young Jr. 1 down.
Again, you're seeing Inciarte going the other way. Young Jr. able to run that one down. By the way, even going back to that Twins and Astros game, Urban Santana started that game, went 7 innings, just allowed 2 runs, 1 earned. Left that game, felt pretty comfortable about that lead, but 11 runs in the 8th, followed by 3 more in the 9th for the Astros.
Yeah, Urban's ERA 1.75, thinking he's going to pick up a W. Big ol' ND.
And Aaron Judge in that Yankee game against Baltimore, homered again. Now taking over the lead in baseball with 17 home runs. Mike Trout with 16.
Markakis 0 for 3. Petit 2 innings of relief. 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Shallow center. David calling for it. 2 down.
Designated hitter, number 27, Matt Kemp.
Kemp tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Off the end of the bat to right. Calhoun is there. 3 fly ball outs. And the Braves are done here in the 7th. It is stretch time here at the Big A on Memorial Day. The Angels trailing this one by the score of 6-3 in the bottom of the 7th. Fontana, Maldonado, and Pennington coming to the plate. Let's send it over to Michael Arahu, Angels public address announcer.
On this Memorial Day, prior to singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, please join Master Sergeant Daniel Plaster from the Air National Guard Band of the West Coast with the 146th Airlift Wing, Ventura County, in singing God Bless America.
Please join me. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
On these days that, have those meanings, just being able to play a game that we love in a free country and just kind of honor that, it always means a lot.
Start the bottom of the 7th inning on Memorial Day. We welcome you at our broadcast booth.
Yes, these are the exact hats. The players
exact same ones.
Yes, Keith Tarter was able to give us these hats for this moment.
Cutting off my circulation, I think I'm 7 3/8. This 7 1/4 thing's not working for me, but it works all right. Hey, where did you used to put on the mound? Would you put the jelly like right here?
No,
was
never.
It here?
Never.
More on the side?
Never.
Loading it up a little bit?
No, never.
You never loaded it up.
No.
Come on, you're not playing anymore. Tell us your secret.
Oh.
Huh?
I cannot tell a lie. I once played George Washington in a play. I cannot tell a lie. It never did.
I better take this hat off before I pass out. You hear a big thump I'm out.
It's like the wrestling mask we wore before. Hey, they could be the rally hats. Don't take them off yet.
The wrestling masks. That glue was strong.
Yes.
You know what? There was a kid over here to our right with the club level seats that had the mask on earlier today. Montana takes outside. 2 balls and a strike. I think he may have passed out earlier. He's out for the count. He finally took the mask off.
Yes.
Montana 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Cue toward the mound. Ron has it. 1 out. MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. The 1 out, nobody out, and Martin Maldonado coming up. 1 for 2 with a single. And that hits Maldonado. He'll take his base. The long speed pitch just kind of sailed inward.
Yeah, you can see there was no attempt really for Maldonado to get out of the way of that one. Your key base runners here down by 3 late. Back up slider is turned into it. It's the tricep area.
Action beginning now. The Braves bullpen. Tehran just at 84 pitches. He'll face Pennington with 1 out, 1 on. Cliff lines one to left field, a base hit.
With that tying run to the plate again.
Eric Young Jr. coming to the plate.
Stay back on this baseball, lines it. That shortstop hole for a single.
Upstairs. Young's 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Stole 2 bases, but was stranded at third.
And those numbers he had in AAA this year: 5 home runs, 26 RBI, including 10 doubles and 3 triples.
Dribbling foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Those numbers, the 6th best in the Pacific Coast League.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Going back to my Hyundai key for this game, home sweet home. We talked about the numbers for the club, especially with runners in scoring position. Been very solid. Runs per game, nearly a 1.5 more at home. Like Social looking for that home magic once again here.
Two.
The pitch looked like it drifted off the outside corner. Mike Scioscia not liking that call. See this fastball off the plate, called a strike. Although the first pitch of the at-bat could have been called a strike against EY.
2-2. Full count. Top of the order, Maven on deck.
Potentially his last batter here, especially if Eric Young Jr. could do some damage.
Little flare out to center field, and that's going to fall in there for a base hit. Maldonado.
Well, you got to make sure.
Try to score.
No, you got to make sure you can score, especially with that arm. We talked about Inciarte's arm in the outfield. It's a very good one. 36 outfield assists since 2014 as Eric Young Jr. picks up his first hit as an Angel.
And that may be done. Rod may be done here. Snicker's coming out. And with Ramirez ready to go to the bullpen, I think he is going to make that call. I think he's already made that call. Jose Ramirez is coming out of relief. A pitching change in the 7th. Angels down by 3, but have them loaded. runs. Simmons, Pujols and Valbuena. Pujols and Valbuena going back-to-back in the fourth. The Angels have loaded him up here in the seventh inning. Hit by pitch to Maldonado, Pennington, and Young with singles. Julio Teheran, 91 pitches out of the game. He's responsible for all three guys. That is the young right-hander. Jose Ramirez takes over on the mound. 27-year-old native of the Dominican Republic. Pitched in 22 games, 2-1 record at a 2.05 ERA.
Yeah, he's got a power fastball, 95 to 100. Hard slider, changeup. Opponents only hit 164 against him.
Second season with Atlanta, 33 games last year. Maldonado third, Pennington at second, Young at first. First one's outside. Havens 0 for 2, a fly to right. A ground ball to third. A walk. Has also picked up a stolen base. Numbers over the last 3 years with men in scoring position. Outfield playing shallow, all three of them for Atlanta.
That's that one big cut you can afford to do on a 1-0 count. Now you shorten up the swing. Well, you get one in the alley, especially with Eric Young Jr. at first base. All of a sudden you look up, you'll have a tie game, a lot of room in left center field. Especially as shallow as Santana is playing.
Beach balls come out to the warning track behind home plate. Angel Hernandez.
Little finger roll.
Yeah, doing his best ball boy impersonation. One ball, one strike, one out, bases loaded. 6-3 Atlanta. Off the plate, 2-1.
It's a pretty good punch. Yes, he does. Free and easy.
It's just a terrific arm whip. You talk about bat speed through the zone.
That creates tremendous spin rate.
Two one. Breaking ball low. 3-1 with Calhoun on deck. A little surprised to see Teheran out of the game, but Snitker decided to make the move to Ramirez.
Well, you got to be real patient. Maben has been real patient. Force him to throw him a strike in your zone, do some damage. Otherwise, a walk will bring home a run.
3-1. And a strike on the corner. Borderline pitch.
Painted that fastball at 97.
Hasn't thrown anything inside, Gooby. Everything's been away.
And that fastball just runs and catches the corner. Framed well by Flowers behind the plate.
Ian Cole, the left-hander, getting ready.
And Trout looking on, hoping that his teammates can make a comeback here in this game. Bases loaded. Down by 3.
3-2. Chopper left side. Ruiz goes to second for one. The relay back to first. Inning-ending double play. The Angels had them loaded, get nothing out of it. 7 complete here at the Big A. 6-3 Atlanta.
by 3 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Welcome back outside the Big A. Kent French with you. And don't forget, following this one is Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Myself, Alex Curry, Jose Mota, bring you all the highlights and interviews. Show you Albert Pujols getting closer to 600 career home runs. Also, hope to get some reaction from manager Mike Scioscia and Mike Trout about Trout's thumb diagnosis this afternoon. And will surgery be in the cards? And of course, we're going to revisit Memorial Day here at the Big A and bring you all the festivities. That's on the post-game show, but right now we send it back inside to Victor and Mark, guys.
Thanks a lot, Kent. And boy, just a wasted opportunity for the Angels. And Gooby, all too often, especially on this road trip that ended at 4-6, the Angels, it seemed like on a nightly basis, had bases loaded, no outs, bases loaded, 1-out situations, and not able to capitalize.
Yeah, what we talked about, the best way to be successful is think middle of the field with the bases loaded. You don't think a home run, you think middle of the field. And those pitches that Cameron got, every one of those pitches was away. When you try to pull that ball, you're going to hit a ground ball, and that's exactly what happened. Credit Ramirez for making a very good pitch, especially after being behind 3-1, can't hit the corner.
Blake Parker starts the 8th for the Angels, 4-5-6 for Atlanta. That pitch is in for a strike. We've learned also, by the way, that Mike Trout has opted to have surgery on his left thumb. Repair his UCL on that left thumb. Typical timetable is 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, 2 count on Adams. That'll clearly take him out of All-Star game activities. Down goes Adams, 1 out.
That splitter is nasty. Blake Parker has been very good as far as getting punch-outs with that splitter. See the grip right there? And then running down and away, getting a swing and miss, missed by a lot. And Matt Adams, second time he has struck out in the game. He did have that big double down the left field line with the bases loaded ground rule double. Now 36 strikeouts in 22 2/3 innings pitched so far this season for Blake Parker.
No balls, 2 strikes. Flowers had a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Alvarez, by the way, had a 1-2-3 7th inning, all 3 fly ball outs.
Well, you just got to love Maldonado behind the plate. On an 0-2 pitch, he knew he wanted that split in the dirt. He tapped on the ground, and then that splitter was thrown in the dirt, got away from him, even though Flowers did not chase it. But he was upset with himself for not keeping that in front of him.
Seven hits for Atlanta, 6 for the Angels. Halos have stranded 4. Braves have left 3 on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ruiz on deck. 2-2. Laid off.
It's pretty good at bat here for Flowers. Considered a couple really good splitters from Parker against him. Much different hitter than what we saw when he was back with the Chicago White Sox. Kevin Seitzer, the hitting coach for the Braves, has done a real good job as far as getting that timing mechanism down as far as his leg kick. There's Kevin Seitzer. Done a very good job with this lineup for the Braves.
Flowers goes down, swing, got a fastball, cuts through it. 2 down.
It's another punch out for Parker. 94-mile-an-hour fastball after laying off a couple really nasty splitters.
Ruiz, a 1-for-3 game. The Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning will have Calhoun, Pujols, Valbuena due up. Vizcaino getting ready.
Two count for Parker. Wonder if we'll go back to that split. See if we can get the 3rd strikeout of the inning.
Swing and a miss. He gets it. A 1-2-3-8 for Blake Parker. Calhoun, pardon me, to lead things off. Halos down 6-3.
probable pitcher starting-wise for the Angels tomorrow. Parker Bridwell will make his first career start. He's pitched a couple games in relief. Very good numbers in AAA for the Angels. 2-1 with an ERA 0.92. 19 in the third innings pitched, 19 strikeouts. Power sinker, that 90-95 range. Will throw a curveball and a slider and a changeup. Up against Bartola Colon, former Angel, Cy Young Award winner with the Angels, 12-7 in his career versus his former team.
And he has been not so bueno this year. Arodys Vizcaíno on a relief. Calhoun, Pujols, Valbuena for the Angels here in the 8th.
Another power on 95 to 100. Hard curveball, changeup.
23rd game, 2-1 mark, 2.21 ERA for the 26-year-old Dominican. Vizcaíno picked up for the Cubs prior to 2015. Exchanged for Tommy La Stella. Originally a Yankees farmhand. And another cat that was traded for Javier Vazquez. With Melky Cabrera, Mike Dunn.
Well, we said he was a good pitcher.
Yeah, for Boone Logan and Javier Vazquez. Cole hits one out toward left field. That's hit pretty well. Santana moving back on it. And will make the catch. One out, Cole 0 for 4. Albert Pujols coming to the plate. Back to the 4th inning. This is what he did.
598 for Albert. Got a fastball and inside part of the plate. Did a nice job as far as clearing that front hip. There's his hands inside to get the barrel of the bat on that one. Now just 2 home runs away. 600 in his career.
Breaks his bat, rolls one over to Ruiz. 2 down. Angels have Middleton getting ready. Angels will have to make a move tomorrow in order to Goodwill make his start. More than likely a bullpen piece, one would assume. Remember, that's Alex Myers' spot in the rotation. This will be the 2nd start that he misses on the 10-day DL.
Yeah, he said he's very close and more likely we'll see him back. That spot comes back around.
Valbuena 1 for 3. Homered in the 4th inning. 3rd of the year, 10th RBI. Two balls, no strikes. A 6-run 3rd inning for the Atlanta Braves. 2 earned runs. No. 2-1.
Well, that lower part of the strike zone. And a fastball away. Bullpen has been very solid for the Angels in this game, giving them a chance, especially that last inning with the bases loaded. And Cameron Maybin at the plate, who's been very hot since May 15th. Rounds into a double play, though.
There's a 2-out walk.
Simmons has a home run in this game against his former teammates. 5th home run of the season for Simba. He's hit safe in 11 straight games. The base hit for Simmons. Expect him to be aggressive on the first pitch fastball we'll get.
Go breaking ball.
I think they know him a little bit, don't you think? A little aggressive on the first pitch fastball throughout his career.
Ground ball towards short. Swanson with a diving stop. Goes to second base to force out Valbuena. We will head to the 9th. Nice play by Dansby Swanson. 6-3 Atlanta.
Playing on Memorial Day and seeing, men and women who come out in the armed forces, and you just feel so grateful that you get to play this game for a living.
Patriotic holidays are always great. You got to give thanks to the men and women fighting for us and our freedoms.
Growing up as a kid, Memorial Day, it was baseball all day long, and it was just fun. It was just something really, really American about that. Seeing the teams wear the different hats and different jerseys, it felt like those games were a lot more important.
Top of the 9th here on this Memorial Day, 6-3. As we start this 9th inning. They're always fun to watch baseball when there's a national holiday going on, whether it's Memorial Day or any of the Mother's Days. Never gets old, that's for sure. Piece of Americana baseball. Summertime. Especially day baseball. That's what we miss, is day baseball.
Yes, definitely.
Middleton pitching in his 12th game. Santana, Peterson, and Swanson here against Middleton.
That good power fastball. He's been more comfortable throwing it. Rushed it up there 94 to 99. Hard slider changeup for Middleton. And a little bit more of that hip turn to create better balance.
Back toward the middle. Simmons was shading him that way. And they get the speedy Santana for round number 1.
Well, he gets that line quickly,
yes,
Santana.
He does.
Second baseman, number 8, Chase Peterson.
Little scoop there by Valbuena. Breaking ball. Backdoor that breaking ball. And that's the pitch he needs to be able to throw for strikes. When he does that, makes his fastball and that wipeout slider much better.
Out towards center. Maven's there. 2 down. The Angels in the 9th inning had Fontana, Maldonado, Pennington due up. Barring any changes. Dansby Swanson, a 1-for-3 game. He's hit in the 7th.
He showed that athleticism at shortstop to finish off the last inning against Hamilton Simmons. Johnson getting ready in the bullpen for the Braves. It's 10 saves so far this season.
Lifted foul. Long run for Cole, but a chance to get there, just not hit high enough. No balls, 2 strikes. Out toward left field. Young has to go back on it. 1, 2, 3, 9th for Keenan Middleton. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Atlanta on top, 6-3. Down 6-3, and they will face Jim Johnson, the closer, Gooby mentioned 10 saves on the season. 2-1 with a 3.48 ERA. This will be his 22nd game. 16 hits allowed, 22 strikeouts, and 4 walks. There was a stretch there, Gooby, which he really struggled with command.
Yeah, he was the guy that always had that power sinker, but he couldn't throw that for a strike for a while. Fastball is going to be 91 to 96. We'll throw a curveball, a good one, and a changeup. But his bread and butter is two-seamer. And also, when you need base runners here, and you have a pitcher with a power sinker, pretty good combination for Fontana to try to beat out a bunt single. He had 4 of them in AAA.
0 for 3 tonight with a couple of strikeouts, and he takes a strike. One ball, one strike. Johnson going to the breaking ball. One and two. Tried to run that two-seamer. Evens a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Six hits for the Halos. And Fontana goes down swinging, 1 out.
That was a big curveball from Johnson. Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game with the bases loaded. Matt Adams going the other way. We talked about how the Braves hit the ball the other way so well. That 2-run ground rule double. Big swing for the Braves in this game, part of that 6-run 3rd inning. Matt Adams, Land Rover above and beyond player of the game.
One ball, one strike. This was out toward left center field. Inciarte got a good jump on it, tracks it down, 2 down.
Talk about how special he is out in the outfield. The coverage he has, Gold Glove winner last season in the National League. Off the bat, you're thinking base hit, potentially a double. That closing speed runs it down and makes it look rather easy.
Two outs and nobody on. Here's Cliff Pennington. Base hit his last time up. Halos had an opportunity a couple of innings ago. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cameron Maben, Teheran out of the game. Eventually on a 3-2 count. Grounded into the inning-ending double play. Pennington shoots one through the left side. Picks up his 2nd hit. And Eric Young Jr. will come to the plate.
Twice now, back-to-back at-bats for Cliff Pennington. Let the baseball travel. Picks up a single.
One for 3. His Angels debut tonight out in left field. A couple of stolen bases too. 1 ball and strike. Up by 3, Adams not even bothering to hold Pennington at first base, especially with a left-handed batter up. The 1-1. Pennington was going. We'll head back to first. 1-2 now. Breaking ball. Young goes down swinging to the Braves. Take the opening game of this 3-game set by the final of 6-3. 4 unearned runs in that 6-run third.
And that was a big difference in the game. The bullpen was excellent for the Angels, going 6 1/3 shutout innings. But Matt Adams ground rule double, driving in 2. The bullpen itself was a power arms for Atlanta. They were able to win Game 1 of this series 6-3.
Tehran with the win and Velasco with the loss. Johnson picks up his 11th save as the Braves take it 6-3. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.